Hello my beautiful viewers, how are you doing? I hope very good. Today I decided to make a little recipe for scones. So as you know, if you're following my channel, I've been switching slowly from sweet stuff to savory and salty things. And I used to be, before the ketogenic diet, I used to be an addict to sweet scones. I found a recipe, I improved it and changed it, and now I'm making my own little savory scones. They're flavored with cheddar cheese. It's a strong cheddar cheese flavor. You can choose to put any other cheese that you like. You can choose to put herbs. You can do anything you want. So be creative. Don't stick to everything I tell you, because you know sometimes by changing things you'll discover other stuff. So if you have an herb you love or something, just add it in, okay? So I'm gonna show you the ingredients as usual, and we're gonna go ahead and make them, okay? They're very simple, but it's a lot of ingredients, so follow me, okay? Number one, you're gonna need almond flour, okay? Almond flour, either you grab your almonds and grind them, or you can just buy it already ground. I'm gonna use a little flax meal just for the color. Flaxseed meal, it's already ground, okay? We're gonna need a little bit of milk, just like a half a cup, barely half a cup. This is organic milk. You can choose, instead of milk, you can use almond milk or coconut milk. It's up to you, okay? We're gonna need a little bit of psyllium husk. I use this instead of the gluten and the xanthan gum, because those are the components that stick the dough together. Alternatively, you can use this. This is a lot healthier for you. It's not as efficient in gluing everything together, but much better, okay? We're gonna need baking powder. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that it has starch in it. I understand, but really it doesn't even have carbs. So the starch is minimal, especially if you use a few teaspoons, okay? We're gonna need good salt, gray, dirty, real salt. You know I love my salt to be real, okay? We're gonna also need 2 ounces of cheddar cheese. This is a strong organic cheddar cheese. The flavor is pretty strong, so you can choose to use another cheese if you prefer, okay? We're gonna need, ooh, this butter is almost hard. Melted butter, organic melted butter, 2 ounces. We're gonna need also some yolk, okay? And a little brush, so we can brush them at the end for color purposes, because they're gonna look very pale if you don't do that. And you're gonna need a cup, an empty cup, to use it to cut the dough, okay? If you have a dough cutter, fine. I don't have one. I use just an empty cup, okay? And then you're gonna need wax paper. You're gonna need a bowl, something to stir with, and measuring little spoons and cup, okay? So how do we do this? We're gonna start with the dry ingredients first, and then we'll go into the wet ones, okay? Very simple. So we're gonna do 1 whole cup of almond milk. Woo! Accidents happen. All spilled up. Let's do a little less because I spilled a bunch of it. So 1 cup of almond flour. There you go. All right, and you're gonna use a handful of flax for color only. Just a little bit like that. I like to involve my hands when I'm cooking for some reason. It gives it a little something. We're gonna use 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk. 1 tablespoon, let's do 1.5. Because last time I did it, it didn't stick that much. 1.5, wonderful. Let's do half a teaspoon of salt, sea salt. You know, I don't make them very salty because sometimes I'll add sugar-free jam, and I don't want them to be too salty, you know. So half a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna add the baking powder. We're gonna do 4 teaspoons. So this is a half a teaspoon. We're gonna do 8 of these. Sounds like a lot, but it's not really much. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 of these equal 4 teaspoons. It's only 4 teaspoons. It's like less than 2 tablespoons. It's a tablespoon and a half, okay? Because I don't have the other measuring thing. All right, and then we're gonna add, now we are done with the wet ingredients. We're gonna add the milk, which is a half a cup, about 4 ounces of milk. There you go. And we're gonna add the butter, okay? This is 2 ounces of butter roughly. You can put more if you like them very buttery, but you might have to add extra flour at the end. And then we're gonna add the 2 ounces of cheese, okay? There you go. All right, now we're gonna mix. So, as I transition out of my sugar addiction and sweet taste addiction, I'm realizing that really humans, we didn't have a lot of sweets a long time ago. You know, sweet is a taste that was very rare. It was like a sugar was a condiment. As I read and research, it wasn't like nothing was sweet. They didn't have desserts. They didn't have, you know, most people were into the savory flavor more than the sweet. So as you can see here, this is pretty much how it ends up. I'm gonna add a little bit of almond flour because it looks like it's pretty wet. Add a little bit of almond flour as you see fit until it hardens a little bit. Sometimes it needs extra. Okay, and mix it all together manually if you want. We're gonna add a little more. So instead of 1 cup, use a little more, say 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. You mix it all up. This is very yummy. I'm getting used to savory stuff, like I said. I think it's a lot healthier for you. Okay, so once it's done, what we do is we just sprinkle a little almond flour right here so it doesn't stick, and just put the whole ball of dough on here. And just sprinkle a little extra on top. Oops, everything is jumping. You just make a little ball of it, and this feels very, very moist. I like them moist because then they become they're fluffy, okay? Fluffier. So what you do is you just flatten it in a round shape until it becomes like almost about 1/4 inch thick. Okay? You don't need a rolling pin. This with your hands is more than enough. So I sprayed this little sheet here with a little olive oil spray. So what you do is you grab the cup. Choose any cup you have, you know, bigger, smaller, and you just get the circles out. As many circles as you can. 1, 2, I'm gonna get roughly 3 here. Okay? And then you remove the remaining dough. You guys can see, yeah? You remove the remaining dough, and you just grab the little, I will call them biscuits, scones, with a spatula, and carefully put them on the pan. Very simple. These are gonna come out really fluffy, I can tell, because they're really moist. And you remove the sides. You can work with this dough again and make another 1 or 2. You can have 2 extra here. 2 extra scones. Here we go. All right, you guys can see, let me show you. This is how they come out. Very simple, very easy. And then what you do is you just grab a brush, if you have a brush, and put a little bit of yolk. This is only yolk. It's yellow. You just paint on top. You glaze it on top. So it looks like orange color once it bakes. It looks much better than when it's pale, you know. It doesn't really do much for the flavor or anything. It just makes them really warm in color. All right, this is it. Very simple recipe, very easy. You can make it anytime. They store very well. You can store them for weeks. This is the end result. Here we go. There you go. So these are the savory scones. I have some that I baked already. Here we go. They're so yummy. You can open them, put butter inside. You can put jam. You can eat them with food. You can have a soup at night and have one at night. I will put the nutritional information. I haven't opened these. I'm gonna try them. They're super fluffy. This is fantastic. I hope you guys make them. Let me know if you like them. They're delicious and so versatile. You can eat them at any time, even in the morning, for breakfast. You know, they're savory, but they're not very salty. So, and if you want to add herbs to them, they'll taste very different. So try them in different ways, and let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a like if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon. Bye.